Peace to all my kings and queens out there. It's your boy Rel. We all know the struggle be so real out here. However, you do need to be realer than your struggle. So, stay tuned. I have some lessons for you. So let's get it. Hello. Happy Monday morning. Days are starting to run together a little bit. So, first and foremost, as you can see, I'm at work. Or maybe you can't see it, but you can tell. And I'm still wearing my monkey suit. This is our freezer outfit. On my post, I've been pushing them out where you can see me wearing the whole gear and everything. Question of the day. So this is not going to be question of the day for today, being the 5th. This is probably going to be the question of the day for tomorrow. Just like I said, I'm getting ahead of the curve. Question of the day. So I did a video last night that I didn't post because it was very, very long. But I felt like I should have made it more of a question than I should have made it a conversation. So I'm going to make it a question. So the question would be, why did I choose to do YouTube? Or more so, the question applies more to me right now. I'm applying it to me, but for you, why would you want to do YouTube? I would say the reason why you should want to do YouTube, because if you have something on your mind, instead of just keeping it in here and you taking it to your grave, why not express it to the world? And I mean more so ideas. You don't have to tell everybody everything. But the main thing is being able to tell your story. That's why I choose to do YouTube, because I could tell my story the way I want to tell it, and I can, help other people with my story. So the video I did last night was kind of along the lines where I was saying why YouTube. I think people should consider YouTube just because, like I said, it's about telling your story. It's about expressing something that your knowledge of what you know and how it could be beneficial to somebody else, as well as it's good for just, it breaks the mundane of just the everyday life. It gives you a little bit more value than just the average person. So let me give you a couple not pointers, but couple okay. Let me just give you a couple incidences. Let's just look at it like this. So my journey of YouTube begun, and I'm not gonna go be long-winded because last night I was, and I'm not gonna be right now. My story began with me doing poetry on YouTube. That didn't work out for me, and I wasn't old enough to be, as patient with that as I would have thought I should have been. I'm a little bit more patient now because I'm older. I've dealt with kids. I've dealt with just different realms of where I had to be patient. And so back then I probably was just very short on patience and stuff. So I didn't have the capacity to wait for my results, which was, little to none at that time. Then as of recent, what I did on YouTube was the horror channel that I kind of explained in another video. That didn't really work out for me because it was too much editing. It was too much creativity that I just didn't have. I didn't have access to that level of stuff to really make it work for me like that. So I said, you know what, I can't do that right now, not in this fast-paced life that I'm living. So no. But I've always wanted to put my foot on YouTube, and I don't mean literally. I just mean like I always wanted to leave my imprint on YouTube, my mark, my impact. My friend was the one who thought, we had both had some level of talent where we could be on YouTube. However, when it came down to me saying, hey, let's start a YouTube channel, he never wanted to go. I've suggested YouTube to quite a few people. I've suggested it to my stepson because he knows about guns and I think he would be good for a gun channel. I suggested this to, I guess maybe my wife. Well, not even my wife in a sense like where I suggested, hey, you should be on YouTube. I seen her work social media to a point where it could have been monetizable. I felt like I should have suggested YouTube to her, but I never got the opportunity before she quit. And then I felt like my mom should have been on YouTube because as crazy as it sounds and stuff, even though she's very sometimes she can be pessimistic, and I've said this before and stuff, and again, I don't mean no malice, but I feel like my mom have a great story. My mom almost passed away, I would say a little over a decade ago due to this disease called good pasture syndrome. And my mom fought through dialysis. She fought, waiting for a transplant, and she got it. She fought through all this just intense back and forth between, the hospital, clinics and emergency rooms, just all the whole shebang. There's this place down here called Mayo Clinic. She frequent there quite often. I had to take her and stuff. Me and my wife were her caretakers. A lot of stuff. But my mom survived this thing. This disease, from what was discovered, it was really where it could have killed her. It's kidney failure. Do your Googling and stuff, you'll find out about it. But I think she should have been on YouTube. My mom has a story. But unfortunately, I don't think my mom feels like her story is important to anybody, and she would save a lot of lives on the account that she survived. So when I say, why YouTube, I look at it like, what? I've given everybody the opportunity to be on YouTube. I've given everybody the opportunity. I feel like my brother's charismatic. He could have been on YouTube. I maybe suggested this to him too as well. My friend should have been on YouTube. My mom could have been on YouTube. My wife could have been on YouTube. Her son, my stepson, could have been on YouTube. It's just a plethora of people that I've been around too long, too much and stuff to see on YouTube. So you might, as I'm breaking this stuff down, you might see yourself in one of these people that I just gave insight on. They never went. They never went. They never went. You could go. You could be buying this and you can go and you could be on YouTube and tell your story and win and be great and stuff. I figure like, okay, you know what? I've tried with my friend. I've suggested with other people. Everybody's not going. I'm going to go. Because like I said in another video, why not me? I'm not the victim. Why me? I'm like, hey, why not me? So you should think like that too. Why not you? This is the only way I could see myself, breaking the mundane of the everyday grind. Because other than that, I'm not doing anything. I'm just going to work. I do my little side hustle. And I go home to my wife and my family. The routine can kill you. It can get very boring. I have other talents, obviously. I've said this in many videos and stuff, but unfortunately, getting to those talents is through something, and I don't have I don't have like either the leverage or I don't have the money to do the things I need to do. So YouTube is the foundation that will break me into that. Now, I don't know what everybody else is doing with their life, with their time. Oh, I got a job, I got a family, I got this, I got that. Okay, everybody does. But why not do something that make you feel like you're bringing forth value every day and you're giving a little bit of yourself to the world? This phone that we have in our hand is literally opening us up to the world where everybody can hear your story, know who you are, and somehow can relate to you across the world. You might never meet this person, but this person can relate to you. So I bring to you again, why YouTube? Why not? So that's the question of the day. Why should why should you start on YouTube? And I just gave you my reasons of why I started on YouTube. Why not you? So let me know what you think of the video, the question. Like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, so like I said, the video that I did last night, it was super, super long. I mean, and I still might release it. I feel like it has some value, but I just, in this time right now, I feel like it's a little too much for me to be doing and stuff. So I'm not gonna put it out there, but it might come back, at some point or another. It'll probably be a throwback or something. But other than that, you guys have a good day. I hope this video finds you guys in great health, safe, and all that other stuff. But this is my time. I hope you guys have a good one. Take care. Bye. I appreciate you guys rocking out with me today. Remember, the struggle is real, but you have to be realer than you struggle. Don't let the situation define the man, but let the man define the moment. Stay intentional, stay blessed, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.